Prized. Alright, so far we've got Con Movie Makers in here. We've got Mr. Cryptic. We've got Captain Zero and the Heroic Gamer. Hello, gentlemen. Let's see here. I do not see myself on the stream, though. Why do I not see myself on the stream? Maybe I should hit refresh or something. Prized! Yay! I am live! It's starting! Yes! Woohoo! Alright! So, let's see here. Let me catch up on comments here. Captain Zero says he went out and bought Wings Special for this. Congratulations. I should have grabbed a plate. That would have been... What audio device is this listening to? That would be good information to have. I can't get to my general settings, so I don't know. Let's see here. Let me do this. Is this still... Hello? Okay, so it's not using my Blue Yeti. It must be... What microphone is this using? Probably the Logitech webcam. Arrgh. Let me do this. Let me actually disable the broadcast for just a split second, and then I will be right back after I set it to use the headset microphone. Alright, I should be back live, and it should be using a different microphone. Is this? Yes, this is the microphone that it's using. I did that so that I can run in the other room and grab a plate and I don't lose out on anything. Let's see here. Your hands are covered in wing sauce. Well, my food is right here in this magical bag from Jack in the Box. Unfortunately, I have nothing to... I don't have a plate. Because I totally thought this out. Nathan, what is going on? Alright, give me just 1 second. I'm going to run and grab a plate. While I do that, I'm going to talk about something. So I actually kind of mentioned this in a vlog that's going to go up here in a couple of days. My monitor died. And no one is ever happy about their monitor dying. But I'm especially not happy because I just spent a good portion of time and money rebuilding my PC. So my PC is like, rah, let's do this! And then my monitor just is like, nope, not anymore. Grr, so not happy. So not happy. About the whole thing. No one is ever happy about their... So, yeah. That happened to me today. So I had to order not one, but 2 new monitors. Okay, I didn't have to order the second one, but the new monitor is up like on a pedestal. So my monitors would have been like one down here and the other one like up here. So I'm like, really? Yeah. Okay, let me catch up on comments because I did not do that earlier. Con Movie Maker says, let the feasting begin. Okay, he might not have said it in that voice, but that's the voice I heard it in. So yeah. Let's see, what kind of... We got ketchup. We got lots and lots of ketchup. I don't know what the hell they think I'm going to do with all this ketchup. There's ketchup every freaking where. So, for those of you who are also eating while I'm eating, what are you eating? I'm very curious. Or, what meal or meals have you had today? Tell me, I'm curious. Just because I'm wondering how weird I am or am not. Because I am having fast food. I know I shouldn't be having fast food. Everything I am about to eat, I should not have. I'm about to go back on my ketogenic diet, so this is kind of like my last hurrah before I do that. Because with a ketogenic diet, I can't have carbs, I can't have sugar, I can't have a lot of things. So, I gotta make this one count. Like, big time. Okay, let's see here. Con Movie Makers is like, let the feasting begin. Mr. Cryptic says, give him some time, brah. Brah. Let's see here. Mr. Cryptic is offering a banner to Captain Zero. Heroic Gamer says he's ready for food. Let's see here. Lol, everybody here has over 1K subs. I feel like... I don't have over 1K yet. I'm working on that part. I gotta work on that there. To be honest with you, as far as this channel goes, I'm not really trying very hard with that, because I feel that everyone's that's here is part of just the community. Not only that, I've got so much to focus on with freedom. I hate to say this, but this channel is kind of an afterthought. You know, I can't really afford to focus on this channel while I'm, you know, helping build freedom. It's just kind of a place for me to share my life and stuff, and, you know, maybe a couple of funny ideas I have here and there, sneak peek at some of the things I'm working on, that kind of thing. Mr. Cryptic says, "What's up, Anthony?" Not much, just, you know, kind of chilling. Chilling? What's that old thing? Chilling like a villain, never illin', cuz? Or cousin? Fam? I don't think I'm cool enough to say fam. Am I cool enough to say fam? I think that's, you gotta have like a certain level of cool to be able to use that. I don't think I'm there. Let's see here. Mr. Cryptic says, "Ghetto burnt grilled cheese with a can of half-warmed tomato soup." You know, that actually kind of does sound good. I haven't had tomato soup since I was a kid. I hate tomato soup. I don't know, it always gives me a headache for some reason. But, yeah, my mom used to make me that when I was little bitty. The Heroic Gamer says, "My wife makes some Japanese food that I don't know what the name is." That's perfectly fine. Some of my favorite Japanese foods, or Chinese foods, or just that general portion of the world over there, foods, that I enjoy, I have no idea what they're called, but I know what they look like. So when I go to a buffet, I can just be like, "Yo, I want the red chicken on a stick." Yes, that's what I want. And that's what I eat. Of course, with other things, too. Let's see here. Captain Zero says, "At Cryptic, sorry I didn't see that before. I would love to see what you can do." Oh, we got some matchmaking going on here. Not in a romantic way, I think. I hope. Oh, Nathan's having chili. Nom nom nom. Let's see here. Mr. Cryptic says, "I'm not Black Anthony." No, I'm White Anthony. Actually, I'm not white. I'm kind of peach. Like, I've got some, like, there's some red here. I'm kind of pink. I think I could be Pink Anthony. You don't think I have street in me? No, I don't. I definitely don't have street in me. Blackhawk says, "Where's the big effing can?" I don't have possession of the big effing can. I drank the big effing can, then I crushed it, and then, yeah. I only had it for that one video, because I needed that big can to demonstrate my point. Yes, Blackhawk TV is here. Let's see here. Anthony, I don't think you qualified to say fam. No, I probably don't think I qualify. Anthony, do you or McGann manage the Freedom Twitter? I think McGann has access to it, and so does Ernest. They both have access to it. I do not. I have access to the MGN one. I don't know if I should be divulging the fact that I have access to that, but I don't have access to the Freedom one. I've never asked. So how fat do I look on camera? I look fat. Yeah, I need to get back on my diet and lose some weight. Seriously. I'm obsessed with the big effing can. You don't realize it. No, believe me, I understand. I understand the obsession with the big effing can. Because it's that BFC that tells us that Monster may in fact be helping reboot the series or the franchise Revenge of the Nerds. So here in a bit, I'm actually going to actually pull someone into a Skype call, and I'm wondering, out of the people here, how many of you have me on Skype? What am I eating? Well, right now, I'm eating French fries. When I'm done with those, I will move on to this. This is a breakfast burrito. Or I could possibly move on to this, which is a... Open it up. Wah! Ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box. They, in fact, do make the ultimate cheeseburger. Okay. So Jeff has me on Skype. I don't think I'm gonna give my my Skype details out. Captain Zero, of course you do. But I am curious how many of you do have me on Skype, and we could maybe pull somebody in, talk a little while, you know, and do some community stuff. Jeff says he has me on Skype. Are you by chance Jeff the Killer? Because if you're Jeff the Killer, I'm not cool with that. You know, if you're taking me serious right now, don't. I don't know. I'm being goofy. I shouldn't do that. Swaggy E. Indeed, yes, you can have some. You just have to come and get it. You have to find my house, knock on the door, come and get it. Of course, by the time you get here, it might all be gone. Blackhawk, I know who you are. I was just giving you some heck, man. Not only that, but it is nice to know how many people that are actually watching are watching because they saw this on my Skype status. How many people that saw this, you know, are here because they saw this on Twitter, on wherever. I didn't put this on Facebook. Facebook's for, like, moms to play, like, Sparkle Bingo on. I don't ever really go on Facebook unless I have to. You want a cheese hamburger. I don't have a cheese hamburger. I have an ultimate cheeseburger. Mr. Cryptic, you ask, do you know who you are? Do I know who you are? Of course I know who you are. You're Mr. Cryptic. As far as do I know who you are on Skype? Not necessarily. I don't recognize your YouTube name. I will be honest. Blackhawk says Jeff pointed me here. Ah! So I can blame Jeff. I mean, thank Jeff. Thank Jeff. Let's see here. Let's see if... First off, let's see if... Okay, so you guys can hear the audio.
Hello.
Hello! Would you
What's
mind...
going on?
Would you mind telling everybody who you are?
Well, my name is Captain Zero.
Captain Zero. I figured I would pull you in because I'm not sure that just the sight of me eating is going to keep everyone's attention. Because I know I can't really stand the sight of myself eating. So,
Ah, I see. So what's going on with you? Aside from
whoa.
eating?
Mr. Cryptic is the loaf of bread. Yes, I do in fact know you now. You're the loaf of bread slash Mr. Cryptic. No, actually, I do know the name a loaf of bread because that. How do you forget that name?
I don't know. It's a hard name to forget. I'm actually talking to him right now about that banner he was willing
Was
to do
that
for me.
was that Mr. Cryptic who offered that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I woke up today happy about my Evolve vid made on. Yes, I did see that. The Heroic Gamer, his Evolve video, made it up on MGN Central.
Oh wow. How did I miss that?
I don't know, but you should definitely. You should. For shame, Captain Zero. For shame.
I'm mad at myself. I love that game. I can't wait for it to actually release in February.
I wish I could get early access to it. Somebody actually messaged me on Steam, and they're like, "Hey, I have a code for you. You can get it." And I'm like, "Cool! I am gonna stream this. I am gonna do everything with this." And then came to find out like their little cousin or something redeemed the code before me. I'm like, oh.
Man, I didn't even think about it. I had another code too. I should have given it to you. It was only for that couple of days. And I didn't get to it until it was like 24 hours and over. So I just recorded tons of footage so I can use it in the next couple of weeks. That game, it's a ton of fun. I thought it'd be really repetitive.
Oh no, you don't. No, Jeff says that you sound like me. No, he sounds like me if I were epic. Is what he sounds like.
Dude, you still having a bromance with my voice? I love it. That's the whole reason why we talk at all, isn't it? You just love listening to me.
Yeah, that's why I call you. And I'm surprised you didn't realize this beforehand. When I call you up at 3 a.m, it's because I need a vocal hug.
That's kind of what I figured. That's what most people call me for. So it still throws me off the lag between the video and hearing you talk. It always will. Even when I've been streaming on my own channel all week long, and like I'll watch myself, and it's like, this is off. And I'm like, oh yeah, there's a delay.
Have you streamed on MGN at all?
Not yet. Richard actually messaged me last week and was like, "Are you ready?" And I was working. I was on a rooftop, so I waited until I got down off the roof and messaged him back, and then he hasn't talked to me since.
Wow.
So, but hopefully sometime in the next week, I'll be up on there.
Okay, so Snickfluritzidexect, I don't know how to say that. Gaming says, "What's for Din Din?" Well, currently I'm eating French fries. I may make my way to either a breakfast burrito or an ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box, aka Jack's. For those young people who don't remember when it was called Jack in the Box.
I've never actually eaten in a Jack in the Box. There's none in Western New York, so I gotta try that out next time I'm down south in the southern areas.
Gaming.
But you guys don't have Tim Hortons, so you guys don't have great coffee either. So
Wait a minute. You have that in New York? I thought that was a Canada thing.
well, I'm like, listen, if I go out on my front porch and I look left, I can see Canada.
Aha.
I'm under 2 miles from Canada.
Now let me ask you this. As someone who lives close to the border, when you go across the border, what do you need?
Either an enhanced driver's license or your passport.
What is an enhanced driver's license?
It is an expensive driver's license. It's basically you turn in a bunch of other paperwork when you renew your license, and you end up getting it's just a different looking license. You got to keep it in a special little pouch, or the like bar thing, like your credit card bar kind of thing, will wear off. I don't have one. I don't go to Canada unless I absolutely have to.
That's interesting. So either you can get a passport that'll last you for like, what do they last now, like 10 years?
Hmm.
Or you can get a license that does pretty much the same thing, but not so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's only really good for going to Canada and Mexico. Um, it's basically so you don't have to have the whole passport; you just carry it.
Hmm.
Um,
Interesting.
but yeah, I mean, it's like $90 to do, which it's like $40 more than getting your license renewed. So
Yeah. I don't know. If you do it often, it might be convenient.
exactly for the once every 5 years that I go to Canada for something, it's not really worth it.
And you don't live close to BC, so there's no reason to go there for that.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm near Niagara Falls, Canada, so they got the good view.
Yeah,
Uh,
they do. But it's colder on the other side, so.
Yeah, yeah. Don't go to Mexico. It's crazy down there, right? Meow. It's the
Meow,
other end of
don't
the
be.
country, so
Meow, don't be making fun of Mexico. Meow, Mexico has a very rich and diverse history. Meow, not only was it technically discovered before Northern America, Meow, it was also it's got a, as far as the natives, a further reaching history than even North America does. Now, most of the, the people in that inhabit Mexico and the other, South American countries are, pretty much descendants of the original population. Now, here in North America, we're usually descendants of the European population directly, and not so much descendants of, what you would call the Indians. Meow.
meow. I just let you run with that. I'm terrible. I've tried that same thing so many times. I can't keep a straight face long enough.
Okay, I'm getting really. Let's see here. Don't be greedy. You need to share. I will totally share. You just have to come get it. Just reach your hand through the screen and take the fries. Just take them. Look at that. Okay, so Blackhawk says, I am young and I know about Jack in the Box very well. We have Starbucks, says Jeff. Yes, we do. We have friggin' Starbucks, which is kind of like the McDonald's of coffee.
The expensive McDonald's of coffee.
More like the Target of coffee.
Yes, exactly. Pay a little bit more just so you don't have to deal with the sweatpants as much.
You pay more for the girl behind the counter to give you the look like, I don't deserve to be here. Let's see here. My classmate recently went to Mexico with his dad for citizenship stuff. Anyways, they got jumped by gangs, I guess, and they are stuck there. Yeah, I always thought that was like the stuff of movie plots. Um, but after working at this bar called La Cueva for a little while, which I was a bouncer there. It was my job to pick people up and throw them out. I realized that stuff really goes on, and it's a really big problem. Oh, we got somebody from the MGN streams over here. Bloxerator Gaming, I know he's from the MGN streams because he used the question format. Anthony, do you like those headphones? Are they the Logitech G230s? No, they're the Logitech G930s. Which, to be honest with you, I may end up actually giving away through Gear Locker because I do prefer the Gomdius headsets better, which I do own. These are wireless, which allow me to do things like earlier in the stream. I wandered into the kitchen to get a plate, which is nice, but I don't know. let's see here. I live in Arizona. I am Mexican, so I know what's up. Haha. A lot of drug cartel stuff going on. I agree. Right now, there is a lot of stuff going on, and it's not an easy thing to talk about, especially right now where we have a lot of not only political stuff but also social stuff going on in the in the I want to say Mexican community, but it's not just that. Um, it's also political stuff just in South America that's going on right now.
Meow.
Meow.
Oh, look, we got Nate and Kizo too. What's going on, guys?
Nate is a beast.
This is true. I've been hanging out on his stream all night.
Was that an MGN stream or just personal?
MGN. I've been hanging out on the MGN game stream all day.
What?
Yeah, man. I've been there since. Actually, I started with Ben Jr. this morning.
No, okay,
like
so
10 o'clock.
So I feel like a horrible Freedom staff member for asking this. Who the hell is Ben Jr.?
He streams in the mornings. I've only caught like his weekend streams because he streams when I'm at work. So like I'll hop on my tablet for 5 minutes, be like, "Who are you?"
No,
Who's
I
Ben
mean like,
Jr.?
how do I know him?
Oh, I don't know that you do. As far as I know, he was just brought in to stream in the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Asmo. Asmo's brand new too. It's always hard for me because I'm like, hey, I'll moderate for you. And they're like, yeah, no, we don't let other people in. I'm like, no, listen, look at the MGN chat thing. They're like, what? I'm like, I'm a moderator and I'm going to be a streamer. Sure, whatever. And then I have to ask somebody else to tell them. Like, a potato, tell them I'm real. I'm being legit with you.
Let's see here. Ben Jr. is not Ben's son.
No.
Okay, so I have decided I'm going to eat the burger rather than the breakfast burrito. Does anybody have any problems with this? This beautiful burger or the breakfast burrito? Actually, I'm going to put it up for a vote in chat right now. I need to know who's for the burger and who's for the breakfast burrito. And I'm letting you vote because I'm completely bored and have nothing better to do.
I'm going to vote burger.
Bloxerator Gaming says, or question, I am from the MGN stream, but do you dislike using this format for questions? No, I do not dislike using that format for questions. I just noticed that that's the same format that they use, so that's why I brought it up. Kizo says, thanks, Anthony. Take it from Not Beast. I'm confused by that. I love how he's talking all serious, then 3 seconds after he shoves French fry in his mouth. Yep.
It's the way to be, man.
Mm-hmm.
French fries are the shiznit. Let's see. You know how to bring your face into your videos? I haven't done that yet, and bigger YouTubers do that. Yeah, it's actually real easy. If you have XSplit or OBS, you just add the webcam in, stick it in a corner, and go.
Yep. There's a couple different ways that you can do it. You can say take like a any camera that records video will do it. Like let's say you've got like a picture camera that you've got that takes video. You can actually set that up on a tripod on your desk and record it separately from the gameplay and then edit everything together, which is what I used to do. Because anytime I tried doing it with my webcam on my PC, it caused major lag because my PC was crap. And which is funny because the camera that I was filming with actually had higher FPS. No, the camera filming my face had higher FPS than the game camera. So, or you can use something like OBS or XSplit, and you can record both at the same time. Like for instance, with this particular thing that we're looking at, like I can resize this and then put a game in the black space that you see. And the really awesome thing is, I can even use this to because I've got the green screen behind me, I can use this to take out the green. So the green just turned black. If I had something behind me, you'd be able to see the game behind me. It really depends on, how you have it set up.
I personally use the green screen version too. That's I finally actually just upgraded mine from just poster board to actual fabric, and it's working a whole lot better for me now.
Let's see here. I'm not even in the MGN chat. I feel unloved. Aw, don't feel unloved. Wait, there's an MGN chat? Are we talking about like the on YouTube, or is there a chat I need to be a part of? Let's see here. Bloxerator says my connection won't show video for some reason. It just cut out. Maybe hit the refresh. Mr. Cryptic votes for Burgerito. Burger, says Jeff. So it looks like we're going with Burger.
Burger is a good way to go.
Yeah. Voted for Burger. Mm-hmm.
See, Bloxerator says question hashtag rock the boat. I don't know that particular.
Well, there's not supposed to be spaces there. It's
Yeah.
I think it's a parody hashtag on Rock the Vote.
Oh.
Someone here says I have OBS, but I don't want my viewers to see see me random in a video. What?
Well, the whole object of a face cam is so people can see your reaction to whatever you're doing.
Not only your reaction, but on an emotional level, people can identify with you a little bit better. For instance, they can, let's say you're playing some game and you're starting to get frustrated. Your voice may not tell someone that you're getting frustrated, but you going, it does add something to it. Not only that, but, there are certain nuances that you can't, convey without a face cam. Just, a quizzical look like this, like, stuff like that. Also, body language is an important thing. For instance, if I were to do this, oh, whoa, I'm still tiny. Okay, I'm not tiny anymore. If I were to do this and say, you're part of it, I'm part of it, we are all part of it, so let's get started growing together, means a little bit less than if I go, you're part of it, I'm part of it, we are all part of it, so let's get started growing together. There's some body language there that you totally miss out on if you don't have the face cam. Or, in this case, just the cam. Because there's a lot going on here that's not my face.
Let's see. What else we have here? Oh, Kizo says, yeah, ain't there an MGN Skype chat? Yeah, there is. I don't know why you're not part of it. And I have no way of adding you. So, maybe talk to Nate? Bloxerator asked, do Y6OU know plug.dj? No idea who that is. Do you? Or are you eating? Sounds like you're eating.
I was eating. Do I know Plug DJ? Not that I can think of. Aiden, welcome. Welcome, Mr. Aiden.
I should probably share this to my people too, shouldn't I?
If you'd like, there is that share button underneath the subscribe button that everyone can click, and then hit the Google Plus thing, and then share with your circles. If you do have circles. If you don't have circles, I would highly recommend curating your Google Plus circles. All of the people who not randomly, but regularly comment on your videos, people who you feel are, your fans, I recommend putting them in your circles, because calling upon those people when you have a big release, that's a very powerful thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I use my Google Plus a whole lot more, and I see a lot of other people, and I've got some pretty good relationships with a few of my fans. It's awesome.
Snicker Fritz Gaming says, what does the 25565 stand for? Okay, so when I created that channel, I was like, I'm gonna make a Minecraft channel! Yeah! And then I decided later on, I'm like, I want to do more than just Minecraft. But it was Minecraft. The default port for Minecraft is 25565. That's the port that Minecraft communicates on unless you put in a separate one. Now, it used to be, back in the day, that you had to put the port in. So you couldn't just put in an IP address or a domain name. You had to put in, like, bob.com:25565. So I was thinking, okay, well, Spitfire is taken. But if I have to throw in a random number, what's the easiest one for people to remember? I'm like, oh yeah, 25565. And then they go and they change the game where you don't even need that and nobody knows what the heck it means. Yeah, welcome to my life.
It works. I mean, at the time it made sense. All right, let's see. Blockster says it's a website where you cert up communities and DJ each other. I'm guessing he's talking about the plug.dj. Oh yeah, he is.
And you DJ each other? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Mr. Blocksterator, explain. At certain times, a lot of things made sense. You're right. At some point in human history, somebody said, you know what? We should give Honey Boo Boo her own show. and to someone, that made sense at one point. Now, don't get me wrong. They have made a crap ton of money off of that girl.
Mm-hmm.
But, finally, people saw some reason, and they canceled the show.
And everybody rejoiced, and the world was happy.
The world was happy. For a moment, and then we realized that Kim Kardashian's still around.
Yep, and then she broke the internet. Mm-hmm. Which, I don't understand how that broke the internet, because everybody already saw that. First thing I thought of when I saw the picture, though, was, dang, now we're out of coconut butter.
I haven't seen it yet.
No?
I have no desire.
It showed up on my Facebook feed, and I'm like, oh, well, might as well click that.
There's a limited number of people, there's a limited number of celebrities that I would actually go and check out if somebody said, oh yeah, so-and-so has nude pictures.
She's not on my list.
She's definitely not on my list. And the weird part about it is, like, they're, like, the people are just random. As far as, like, like, for instance, a lot of the current viewing audience won't know who I'm talking about, but the girl from the old Nickelodeon show, Alex Mack.
Like, I know what you're talking about.
Like, I would be like, okay. The girl, the girl from Evanescence, or the woman from Evanescence, Amy Lee, I'd be like, okay, I'll go check that out. But, yeah.
All right, I like your style there. Let's see, the Heroic Gamer says you have a whole green room.
Not a whole green room, no. Now, I have a wall and a half. The green actually ends right up there, and it also ends at that there. I would have painted the whole room green, but I didn't really need that in order to do what I needed to do. So, I just kind of made myself a screen. Sometimes I'll take the camera and I'll push it back further away, and I'll use the whole wall for some of the stuff I do. But that's very rare.
See, I need to set my screen back a little bit further because it's literally right behind my chair.
That'll kill you, especially because of the shadow effect.
Well, I've managed to correct that. I mean, I've got a light right over top of my camera, So any shadow is taken care of there. But the biggest problem is like if I ever want to do like a vlog thing, it's still just my face and I can't step back at all. And if I take the screen down, then well, it's just room behind me and it's not awesome looking.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is like there is a lot of room in here that people don't even see ever. Like I've got a bookcase there. There's a second desk there. There's Does that look familiar at all? That's the closet that I filmed for the that one video where I did the Vsauce parody thing. Oh, by the way, there's my lighting. Yay, lighting!
Yay. All right, so Bloxerator's expanding on the plug.dj. Plug.dj is a music website where you can set up playlists of music on YouTube. Then their character gets on stage and DJs for that song, and it plays while you game or do life things.
I see.
Okay. Maybe I'll check that out.
There are now 8 people watching me eat.
Yeah.
That's disturbing.
And then
8 people on the internet like me enough to watch me put food in my mouth. And I'm not even eating anything crazy like that shoe dude. And don't anybody tell me who I'm talking about. I know who I'm talking about, but I don't want to say his name because he and I don't get along.
Okay. Streaming green screen lights mess up your eyes, I think. I might invest in gunners. I think those things are a little bit overpriced.
So do I. That's why I have NoScope gaming glasses. Roughly like $20 for the ones that I'm wearing right now. And I mean, they've also got like 2 other different styles which I have to do an unboxing for. But yeah. Yeah, a lot of times when I'm editing, I'll use my NoScope gaming glasses just to filter out a lot of the blue from the lights. Because those are the lights in this room. I have one light over here, but it's not actually enough to work by. It's basically decoration.
I've got one desk lamp that's pointed at my face, and then I've just got normal fluorescent lighting for my room. So at some point, I'm going to need to invest in that, but I'm still new enough at this. I'm just going to get by with what I got.
Nade Shot gets 22,000 people to watch him eat. I believe that. I do.
Well, Ben gets people to watch him eat on stream, although he does stream for like 14 hours at a time sometimes.
He's like, I'm gonna go into the bathroom. You guys come with me.
Yeah, Bloxrader says you're like Ben's ASMR channel. I haven't looked at his ASMR channel yet. I keep meaning to. ASMR is weird to me still.
What is ASMR?
It's the easiest way for me to explain it, because I'm just figuring it out right now, is like little noises will trigger that like tingling in your hair. It's weird. I've only ever felt it once, and it was Ben was like, go check this out. I'm like, okay, so I checked it out. I'm like, yep, okay, I'm good with that for right now.
The Heroic Gamer has a really good question. Is there a way to get a new game like Evolve to allow you to play their beta and give a review without being a huge YouTuber? Yes. Yes, there is. I did this all throughout while I was doing my gaming channel. The key is, just like everything I talk about with the Gear Locker sponsorships, a professional letter. Find a few things that you can kind of brag on without it being taken as bragging. Like, I have a combined social media reach of 1,000 people. No, yeah, some of those are probably going to be Some of those are going to be your YouTube subscribers. Some of those are going to be your Twitter followers, and some of those are going to be the same people. It doesn't matter. Let's say you have a video that does really well in search. Now, your current uploads are only getting 20 and 30 views per video, but you've got a lot of other videos on your channel doing fairly well in search or through related traffic or whatever. Instead of saying, well, I get 30 views per video when I launch, don't say that. Say, I've got, 5,000 monthly impressions, meaning every month I get 5,000 views. Don't. Just find a way to make it sound palatable, but be truthful and be honest. And write yourself a letter, or not write yourself, but write them a letter. Find an email. That's going to be usually pretty hard, but everyone always slips up and gives their email out publicly eventually. Even if it turns out to be the janitor of the company. If you email him and you're like, I'm not entirely sure I've gotten the right email address, but I'm writing you to request a review copy of, Evolve 12, yada yada, so on and so forth. A lot of times that will, that'll help you. He'll either send it or forward it on to someone else, or tell you, no, you need to send that to media@evolve.net or whatever. And that's how you do it. You just go for it. You're gonna hear no. You're gonna hear no a lot. That's why you start small, and then you can actually use those as examples. Like, for instance, you start with small indie games, and, you help them launch, and then in your next letters to larger publishers going forward, and I'm not talking about this week, next week, I'm talking this week, 3 or 4 months from now, okay, there's that. So keep that in mind, that when I say, and then I'm talking, after you've built a rapport with some smaller game developers, you then, in your letter to the big guys, write, I have experience helping launch game titles like. I don't have a problem. Respecting non-disclosure agreements, and I will respect any embargo you put on the game. That's big. That's huge. And it doesn't really take a lot to do. It just takes time. It takes experience, and you have to show that you are willing to go the long route. You have to show that in order to impress one of the big dogs, you're gonna have to work with some of the small dogs first. That's just the way it is. You've got to get some experience under your belt. Best advice I can give you. Aiden says, have you met George in person, Anthony? If so, when? I have not met George in person. However, perhaps this summer I might go out and visit him. Compared to most other YouTube channels, I am tiny, and I managed to get product placed by sending a letter to NoScope Glasses. Their glasses are being sent to me for review. Bloxerator Gaming, that's how you do it. That is how you do it. You send out a letter, even though you're almost convinced that they're going to say no. You send out a letter, put on your game face, your professional face, and you just do it. If you hear no 99 times and you hear yes once, you still got a yes. Let's see here. I've been hooking up with indie game devs, getting their game for free when it releases or before release. Do you review and everybody is happy? Yes, Mr. Cryptic, that is exactly right. And the thing is, you never stop sending those letters out. The best places for finding leads, I find, is upcoming releases on Steam. If you go to Steam, you can, view all the upcoming releases. Now you have a list of leads. Just track down email addresses, and then go from there. There are other websites that'll also list upcoming game releases. And you're gonna have the best success with games you've never heard of. But that's how you build an audience. That's how you build rapport. And that's how you sharpen your skills so that when you do get to the big dogs, you have something to show. Stay here. There are cookies. I didn't get cookies. I wish I would have. They sell these tiny mini cookies, and I should have gotten them. You still there, Zero? Zero.
I'm still here. Sorry, I muted my mic for a second.
No, that's cool. I just wanted to make sure. Question: Do you know? Here's another guy from the MGN stream. Question: Do you know anyone that can make a channel intro for free? I've already checked Freedom Forums. There, if you simply Google, free channel intros, intro channel templates, things like that, you can find a lot of really good free things out there. It comes with a learning curve because you have to learn how to use the program that they're talking about, but often you're going to find a lot of success with that. Do I know anyone personally? I know one guy, but he's overworked as it is, and he wouldn't want me giving his name out because he's actually working on a movie quality effects right now. The Heroic Gamer says, thank you, Anthony. Aiden says, thank you for the answer. No! Sniggle Fritz, you're not allowed to go. No! No! No!
Once you're in, you never leave.
You are not. Now there are 10 people here to watch me eat. Oh my god! Alright, you know what? Because there are now 10 people here to watch me eat, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to eat the breakfast burrito. I'm going to eat it for you! For you! Okay, so I lied. I was going to eat the breakfast burrito anyway.
Now Aiden's trying to leave. You can't leave, Aiden.
No, he's saying goodbye to Snickle Fritz.
Oh, okay. Oh no, he said BRB.
Well, you can BRB, just you can't
okay.
leave. Anthony, I'll hand you some cookies through my monitor. You had better! You better not be messing with me.
Can I has cookie too?
Yeah, give Captain Zero a cookie. Derpy Derps videos, welcome! What time is it over where you live, Anthony? Are you asking what time is the video over, or what time is it where I am? Right now, it's 9:53 p.m. my time. What time is this going to be over? Whenever I get bored. That is what time this is going to be over. Currently, I'm working on a breakfast burrito, and Jack in the Box gave me salsa. Salsa?
Salsa?
Salsa for a breakfast burrito. It's not potato. Who is potato? I am not potato. One potato make many Latvian happy. Such a dark joke.
It is. Bloxberry says we're up to 11 people? It says 10 for me, but 11 people watching you eat.
Yes. BRB, honey bun with my name on it. You better bring me one!
Yeah, man. Share.
Dude, I love honey buns.
Oh, I gotta have some snack around. Oh, I got pretzels.
So for those who are watching, the entire point of this is not so much just to, to watch me eat or whatever. The whole point of doing this is so that I can, while I'm eating, which is going to be downtime for me anyway, I can, answer questions, be, part of the community, other stuffs.
You mostly do this so you can listen to my voice.
Well,
Don't
that
lie.
too.
Blackshirt's handing us cookies through the monitor. Yeah.
Let's see. Best day ever. That more than MGN on Sundays. I'm confused. Okay, so some of you were not here for me to go off about this earlier. My monitor died today. Well, one of them, because I have two. And that upsets me greatly, because I had to buy 2 new monitors. Okay, so Blackhawk says big effing stream. Apparently, I made this video called F-Sauce, talking about Monster Energy drinks. And the fact that I used the F word ignited something. And there is a small group of people who will never let me live that down.
When did you post that video? Was it a while ago or recent?
I think it was on Monday or so. It was.
Oh, well, it's only Saturday. I usually go through on Sunday and watch all of your videos at once.
Yeah, HP. Screw you, HP. Just saying. You guys make some crappy monitors.
Your viewership is more than MGN's on some days. Forgot about the delay. It's true, man. I've sat on streams where it's just me and the streamer, and it gets real boring real fast.
The difference is I'm key. I'm key. Okay, I might not. Well, we're back up to 9 viewers. We were down to 8. I said I was key, and we're up to 9. Yes.
Yes.
That is the power of a South Park reference right there.
Exactly. Can't go wrong with South Park. Profane Anthony is awesome.
If I could have made that video without... If I could have made that video and just said effing or flippin' or something like that, and it not have lost effect, I would have. But out of like the 3 or 4 takes I did of that, that was the one that was just best. I don't usually like swearing on camera. I really don't.
I do everything I can not to. The only times I do it are like when I'm playing a horror game and it's the reaction. Mm-hmm. But even then, it's like, should I edit that? Should I put a beep in there?
Yeah.
Derpy Derps video says I got 4 kinds of hot sauce and put them together and burnt my whole tongue. I had went through a whole gallon of milk. Never mix hot sauce.
Aiden, you ask if I have a special lady. Yes, I do. That special lady is my wife. And also my girlfriend, but don't tell the wife about that. No, it's just the wife. If you look on this channel somewhere, one of the first few videos I posted was her singing the national anthem, the U.S. national anthem, at a baseball game. So, yep, I love her, and she says she loves me, but I don't know why.
Blocks Raiders back. Finally.
Back again. Blocks Raiders back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Let's see. Anyone else have any good questions out there?
Blackhawk says that we need to stream one day, Anthony. This is up. I'm going up because I think we missed a couple.
Oh.
Well, right now we kind of are streaming. I'm streaming and you're helping me stream by feeding me questions and answers and comments and stuff. We're a team. Legit Ted. Dude, it's legit Ted. Dude. You're legit.
Too legit to quit?
I was going to say he's a legit Ted.
Oh, okay, that works too.
I hope he's too legit to quit. And okay, so while I have 9 people watching me not eat, because, I mean, I could continue eating, but gosh, why? Z Graphics says he just ate a ghost pepper. Congrats, I think. Hope you're gonna live. Hope you're gonna make it. Okay, so while I have 9 people not watching me eat, Freedom has the motto of never give up. Now, there's a reason for that. And here's the real reason. And okay, so I start talking about stuff that matters and I lose a viewer. So anyway, so here's the real reason that you never give up. Because I had people that I started YouTube with. A group of friends, if you will. I say quote finger friends because, you know, they were kind of like internet friends, and they kind of, some of them disappeared, and I never heard anything from them again. And I mean, I don't know, just quote finger friends. So I had some friends that I started YouTube with, and over time, most of them gave up. I didn't. And, you know, I did well. They didn't. You know, and I did well because of the lessons I learned over, you know, the 2 years on the gaming channel and the 5 or 6 years before that, just derping around with whatever channels I wanted. So yeah, I mean, just if you give up, then then you throw everything out the window. Same thing with, you know, and I've always thought this is odd, people who jump from one channel to another, to another, to another, to another, and go, well, I don't like my name anymore, or, I'm changing direction. I'm going from doing Minecraft Let's Plays to Minecraft Mod Spotlights. I need a new channel. I'm like, what? How the hell does that work? What kind of mental gymnastics does... What?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, there are a lot of things that you can do to shoot yourself in the foot. Giving up is one of them, and giving up takes a lot of forms. So, that's my advice to everybody, is not only just don't give up, because that sounds really generic, but don't give up where it counts. Where it counts is pretty much just learning. Like, if you have to abandon a channel because, Keemstar decides he doesn't like you or something. and I only use him as an example just because he did that to someone else earlier today.
Oh.
He sent some people to go dislike someone's channel. But, let's say, you've got someone who is, larger than you or has powers you don't, holding something over your head or whatever. I mean, if you have to, you have to. Okay? I mean, I'm not saying there's not a valid reason to leave a channel behind. What I am telling you is make sure that it's something you've fully thought out.
Let's see. Kizo says, same here. I'm the only one that didn't stop, and now I'm working full-time in an MCN. Heck yeah, Kizo.
Here you go, Kizo.
Let's see. Derpy Derp says, yeah, derping out. I love TNT. Never give me TNT or explosives. If you're around me on a game, it's boom. Okay.
Awesome. Well, I do hate to do this, but we have been going on for a little over an hour, and I also have to go take care of some biological type stuffages, like in the room named after a bath. So I think this is a really good time for me to say goodbye for now. TTFN, for those of you old enough to remember what that stands for. And so yeah, I've been joined by the marvelous, wonderful Captain
Zero.
Yeah, you should be able to check him out on MGN here, coming up hopefully soon-ish.
Yeah, I'll be on there soon.
And I am always here on this channel, and I am also over on Freedom Central, like anywhere between 1 and 4 times a week. So yeah, I guess that means that till next time, I'm Anthony with, well, it's my personal channel, so me, like, subscribe, comments, please.
All right, that went well.